Hey guys, welcome to Smack Talk Wrestling Review. This is SmackDown Live Review. This is the first show of 2019 for WWE. And what do we have in stock? We have John Cena's return. First time in nearly a year he's been on SmackDown. We have the New Day celebrating the new year. And we have a fatal five-way to determine who will be the number one contender to take on Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble. This and much, much more, guys. Let's just hit the music. So we kicked off the show with the New Day, starting off celebrating the 2019 start. This is all pre-taped from earlier on this, I think last week. But yeah, this was a great celebration. New Day were fantastic. They really know how to get the fans hyped. And let's be honest, Big E dressed up as a baby is kind of hilarious. I did enjoy that. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods and Big E were just brilliant. They even tease that that they're not allowed to eat pancakes anymore. The crowd started getting a bit upset. It's amazing how good the New Day are. They managed to get pancakes over and then saying we can't have pancakes anymore, and people genuinely got upset. My God, they are good. They even built up the match which was coming out on next, and they built it up fantastically. They were like, well, we got Samoa Joe and he's taking on who? And it was Jeff Hardy. The winner of this match would go into the Fatal 5-Way in the main event of this week's episode. So I'm going to give this opening segment, because the New Day were just bloody brilliant, I'm going to give it a solid 7 out of 10. They didn't stay too long to get annoying, and they built up the match coming up next. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Talking about that match, we had Jeff Hardy versus Samoa Joe. Like I stated, this was for the final spot to take on in the Fatal 5-Way match for the main event. Winner taking on Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble. So far in that Fatal 5-Way, we have AJ Styles, Mustafa Ali, Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio. And let's be honest, Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe did a fantastic job in this segment. Why? They're two veterans and they know how to tell a solid story in the ring, and that's all they needed to do. It was a quick match, and the reason was, hell, someone needed to perform twice in one night, and the man was Samoa Joe. Jeff Hardy had a fantastic match, and it really did end. I hope this ends their feud between Jeff Hardy and Samoa Joe. I think that can end now. But yeah, good way to end their feud, a solid win, and it's a good win for Samoa Joe, who kinda, out of both men, needs the victories more than Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's completely over, and Samoa Joe has kind of felt like he's lost a little bit lately. So him going into this Fatal 5-Way, especially doing a double shift in the show, just shows how good Samoa Joe is. He won with the cleaner clutch. The referee stopped the match after. It was a bit of a mix-up. It looked like Joe won by count-out, then the referee restarted the count-out, then Jeff Hardy got back into the ring, and then he got put into the cleaner clutch, and then he lost. It was like, well, why didn't you just do the count-out, referee? Joe would have still won. It's just a bit of a silly storytelling there. But very solid performance by both guys. I'm going to give this another 7 out of 10. Good start to SmackDown so far. Next up, we had Rousseff Day Celebration. That's right, Rusev came out to celebrate his victory over Shinsuke Nakamura from last week, winning the United States Championship. And this was a solid promo here. We didn't really get to see Rusev really shine. He going on about smelling like bacon. That was a bit weird. But yeah, it just shows you that Rusev has a comedic chops in there. All the jokes he was telling were the same kind of jokes he tells on all the time on like Drive Along and stuff like that. So it's his sense of humour which was coming through, very uncensored. And then next thing we know, Shinsuke Nakamura comes out, attacks Rusev from behind. Lana, protecting her husband, tries to help him. Rusev kicks Shinsuke Nakamura in the head. He falls back, injuring Lana because she's on his back. And then obviously Rusev's concerned about his wife. This allows Shinsuke to have a cheap shot on Rusev, and obviously this continues the feud between Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. And to be honest, from last week's match, which was probably Shinsuke's best match in a long time, I'm actually happy that this feud can continue. I think Shinsuke is a good heel right now, and playing against an ultra good babyface like Rusev is right now. Rousseff Day has kind of died out a little bit, but this could reinsert it as a big thing with a feud with Shinsuke Nakamura. Plus the added heat he got from, hurting Lana is a good thing. I can't wait to see how this goes. I'm hoping we do get the US title match at the Royal Rumble. I think that's a platform it needs to be on next for these two. They had a solid match on SmackDown. Let's see, give them some time, give them some energy to build up this feud. It could be really, really good. It could be Shinsuke's best feud since AJ Styles. So I'm going to give this another 7 out of 10. Next up, we had Naomi versus Sonya Deville. At first, it looked like it was going to be Naomi versus Mandy Rose, but no, they switched out. It was going to be Sonya Deville, and this is all continuing the storyline from what happened on Christmas, where Mandy Rose has tried to kiss Naomi's husband, Jimmy Uso. Naomi wasn't having any of that. She chased her off and threw a shoe at her. Of course, you do that, and they've had back and forth tweets, and it's a simple premise for the storyline. It's Mandy Rose using Naomi's husband as a catalyst to get under Naomi's skin, and that's fine. That's a very, very basic. We've seen it quite a lot in WWE over the years. If done right, it can be a good enough story to get heat between the heels and sympathy for the baby faces. Now we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, it was quite interesting that Mandy used a distraction of a photo she sent Jimmy of her in a towel. Naomi got angry. Sonya Deville took advantage of that, took out Naomi, got the pinfall and victory. And this allows Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville to be in a big storyline, a big-ish storyline for them. Hopefully this will lead up to better stories for them in the future, but definitely it's a quick match. It was very, very quick. It was less than the New Day's promo, I'd say. Less time than that. But done right, it could be interesting. So I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Let's just see where this leads up to. But good to see Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville being used properly on SmackDown. Next up, we had John Cena's return to SmackDown Live, and I've got to give it for John Cena. It was actually good to see the 16-time champ back on SmackDown. You kind of forget how big of an attraction he is for WWE. A lot of kids were really excited to see John Cena, and a lot of adults as well. John always goes, oh, there's always that mix between John Cena sucks and Let's Go Cena, but it was very, very low on Cena sucks. It was more a lot of fans cheering to see John Cena in this one, and it was great. And John even admitted, why am I here? There's only I'm here to see what SmackDown's got to offer, all this lot, and I'm here to see which superstar's going to come out, interrupts me, and all this. He kind of gave the hint when he said, a man's going to come out, and I was like, it's going to be Becky Lynch. The spoilers were already on the internet already, and it was Becky Lynch. And Becky Lynch got to show her chops against John Cena, and that worked really, really well for Becky Lynch. I thought this was brilliant, smart usage of John Cena by the creative team. Becky Lynch is the hottest commodity in WWE. John Cena is probably the best guy to work with right now for her to show her how good she really is in a bigger audience, and that's exactly what she got. Becky Lynch came across as the man throughout the whole segment, and it was a bloody brilliant segment between the both. Becky Lynch using her whip to just pretty much state, look John, I wasn't just trying to get past Charlotte Flair through the posters, I was going after you as well. I'm proving to everyone I am the man, which is awesome throughout it. They were interrupted by Zelina, Vega and Andrade, Cien, Almas, and John Cena put a proposal. Why don't we have a mixed tag team match? The Man and John Cena taking on Zelina, Vega and Andrade, Cien, Almas. Good segment, really enjoyed it. Like the back and forth promo between Becky Lynch and John Cena. I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of 10. Becky Lynch is just killing it right now. This led to this mixed tag team match, which was, I'm not going to lie guys, it was a basic mixed tag team match. But it did exactly what it needed to do. It had Becky Lynch and John Cena kind of getting onto each other's nerves a little bit. Becky wanted to take on Andrade, Cien, Almas, which the crowd were like, let her fight. And obviously referee was like, no, it's a mixed match tag. So the rules are man versus man, woman versus woman. Stupid. I hate that. I hope Becky Lynch is the woman who breaks that mold and actually has matches against men on WWE, because I think she could beat most men on the main roster right now. But yeah, this was very basic. John Cena and Becky Lynch did win. It's a bit of a shame though, because Andrade Cien Almas has kind of got buried for the last couple of weeks now. He hasn't. It's his first match of 2019 and it goes straight to a loss. But luckily enough, he didn't get the pinfall. It was Zelina Vega, which she can take the loss. I think Andrade can't, and that's the problem. Andrade lost against Mustafa Ali, he lost against Mustafa Ali and AJ Styles recently, and now it's kind of like losing again to John Cena and Becky Lynch. So hopefully WWE Creative look smartly and go, wow, we need to start booking Andrade properly, because he is a great talent, and I think fans are starting to forget how good he was in NXT, because he's been booked so on and off on SmackDown. So I'm going to give the match itself a 6. It's a low score, but think about it with the promo beforehand, it actually works out really well for it. So yeah, a 6 out of 10 for the match. Very basic. Becky Lynch did get the victory, and John Cena got chucked out of a ring by Becky Lynch, which actually, screw it, I'm giving that an extra point just for that. 7 out of 10 because Becky Lynch chucked John Cena out of a ring. And last but not least was our fatal 5-way match, and this was AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, who won against Jeff Hardy, and the new signee for SmackDown Live, Mustafa Ali. This was a bloody brilliant match. It was fantastic. Everyone was on point in this match, and it lived up to exactly what you wanted to see. You saw the 4 veterans showing brilliant in-ring skills. You saw the up-and-comer just being bloody brilliant, and it was non-stop action. Yes, it was difficult at some points to keep up what was going on, but it was so fast and loose in the match. It was brilliant. I don't know how they managed to put on, because Fatal 5-Ways are very, very difficult to have a fantastic match with, because there's a lot going on and you can kind of get lost in the shuffle. But I think every guy came out looking brilliant. Samoa Joe, 2 performances in one night, and he looked brilliant in this one as well. He didn't look knackered, and that's a good thing. That's a brilliant thing. Randy Orton looked brilliant. Rey Mysterio and Mustafa Ali, those two, they have got chemistry. I want to see that match. I know it sounds weird. I want to see Randy Orton and Samoa Joe. I don't know as a tag team or as a match, but I would love to see those two, because the second that Samoa Joe eyed up Randy Orton, I was like, I need to see this. I don't know if I need to see it as a tag team or if I need to see it as a match, but I definitely need to see it in some capacity, and that's what I want to see. Same with Rey Mysterio and Mustafa Ali. I want to see it either as a tag team or as a match. It's really difficult. It's the best of both worlds. These two could really work well together, or they could destroy each other, which would be brilliant. AJ Styles did get the victory. He did get his rematch now against Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship, which continues their storyline, which is brilliant, and it definitely shows that Styles earned his opportunity. He did get taken out by Randy Orton and Samoa Joe during the match, so AJ really wasn't in the match as much as everyone else, but when he did came back, he was very, very impressive. But so what am I going to score this match? I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it was brilliant. I think it was up there with the Steel Cage match against Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre on Raw. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Brilliant match. And there you go guys, that was SmackDown Live for this week. What am I going to score it? Now, it's been getting solid 7s for that final match. So I am going to give it a 7. Maybe 7.5. I think it was definitely better than Raw. We got SmackDown was the better show this week yet again. I think the Fatal 5-Way was bloody brilliant, and I think that everything continuing. We also had backstage segments with AJ Styles and Vince McMahon confronting each other, which was bloody good. I want to see how that leads up to a storyline in the future. We also got Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Carmella and Asuka backstage arguing who's going to be the #1 contender for Asuka's SmackDown Live Women's title. So that will be interesting. I can't wait to see how that goes. But yeah, really good show. Really, really good. And we also had a brilliant backstage segment where all from yesterday and today we had superstars talk about their New Year's resolution. And then we had Shelton Benjamin. And Shelton Benjamin went, "This is stupid. New Year's resolutions never come true." Rips apart the backstage stage and storms off. I like angry Shelton Benjamin. I think this could be interesting. I want to see how this character evolves as well. So hopefully we get to see more of this Shelton Benjamin. I want to see more Shelton Benjamin in 2019. We barely got to see him in 2018. So I want to see him more this year. So final score, yeah, 7 out of 10 for SmackDown. 7.5. Let's give it a 7.5. It did well enough for that. What was your favourite part of SmackDown Live, guys? Leave it in the comments below. If you do like our videos, remember to like, subscribe, press the bell to keep notified. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can do it. It's at SmackTalkYouTube. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Boise88. And I'll see you guys next time on Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews.